Hello. We are going to the third fight in the second tier of the Eden Raid series. This will be the 7th fight total in the series. Actually, this is probably the hardest fight for me. Also, I already recorded the guide like for 2 minutes and then I stopped because my ADHD took over. You know how it be. And I just started researching these things. This boss is made up of a bunch of these things, and I was like, they look like paper birds, right? They're just paper birds, right? But I was like, they kind of have a shape to it, don't they? You know? They got these wing things. Are they actually? And so that turned into a whole thing. And now I have this to show you. It's this. The Unforgiven idolatry is like this manta ray. Okay, thanks Reddit. Today I learned the birds from E7N are actually tiny manta ray sin eaters. Bruh. Look at this little... Okay. That... I mean, it didn't take long, but I was just quiet, doing research. And so I was like, I gotta restart the guide. So, now we know that that's what all of these paper birds are. I'm just gonna keep calling them paper birds. Because that's what most people know them as. Manta rays? I'll try to throw in manta rays, I guess. Sin eaters? I think paper birds is more apt though. Just because they're flying. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Okay, anyway. So the boss is made up of all of these things, and it's a wall boss. So we're not gonna have to move the boss anywhere. So we're good to go here. This first one, Empty Wave, is the raid wide. Also, I forgot to say this. I said it last time, so I thought I already said it. This is the hardest fight for me, and so we'll see how I do in this guide, okay? And by hard, I mean it's just difficult for me to execute it for like personal reasons. So in theory, I understand how things work, but it's just directions and like things. Okay, so Unshadowed Stake. The main tank is going to get tethered by this line, and they need to move out of the way, or other people need to move away from them. It's a tank buster, and it's that big one. Okay, so okay, good. Stay away from people. Words of motion. A bunch of these sin eater, manta ray, paper bird things have just like flown away from this thing. And so now we've got these two orbs of them on the side of the stage. Okay, so we got these two columns, so these are going to get cleaved here. So you can stay in the safe area in the middle. Okay, another set just dropped, and so that means this will get cleaved, this will get cleaved, and then afterwards we're going to have to go into that spot as a safe spot. It's kind of hard to see this one. Maybe we'll just brown. Oh, that's not any better. This one is too light. There's too much light here. I guess that makes sense. Darkness. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So yeah, you gotta move into the safe spot. Okay, this thing... I just flicked my hair back. This thing, okay, is a situation. One is purple and one is like violet, bluish. Okay, so I don't know, purple and violet, it's difficult to discern, okay? I wouldn't say that I have any like color blindness issues, but I think because of the nature of the game and me moving the camera all the time, I have an issue with discerning between these two colors because they're both purple to me, but one of them is more red and the other one is more blue. Okay, so however you need to figure it out, whatever you want to call the colors, we can get the hex values, whatever. That's what it's gonna be. Okay, so there's two, okay, there's two that are gonna show up in the middle, and then two that are gonna show up on the side. Have them show up again. Okay, there, see, so there's like two over here. Now I can't see anything. So there's one over here, and there's one over here, and then there's this one, and then this one. And so the colors like blend together, right? So like over here, this one looks definitely more red, and this one's definitely more blue. But you know, I look it through at this thing, this translucent one, and I'm just like, man, it's so hard for me to see, to understand what color it is. If you're looking at it from the front view though, maybe that was better. Let's see. Like from here, okay. So from this side, maybe that's a trick to it. This is more clearly blue to me, and this one's more clearly red, and it matches with this red one and this blue one. But looking at it from the back, like facing the boss, dang, that's difficult. Okay, so that's one reason why this fight is hard for me. Just the color situation. Okay, but anyway, so we've got these, right? You can consider them like little teleports. So we've got these orb things in the front now, and they're gonna cleave back, right? So you definitely don't want to be in here. However, one of these balls is gonna go through this lens, this transporter one, and this is the red one. And so that means eventually it's going to come out of the red one over here. And then of course we get another set of orb things on this side. Let's just watch it go. Okay, see? These Sin Eater bird things, manta rays, go into this portal. And then see how like you can kind of see over here the light that's coming from the other column, but there's no light here on the stage because they're all going into this portal thing. Okay, and then you want to dodge because now this side's gonna get cleaved. Okay, if you get hit with one of these thingies, you will get a physical vulnerability up and also a general vulnerability up. Okay, so and then you take some damage here. This here. Okay, so again, however it is that you handle figuring this shape out or this color out, you do that. I'm noticing now that inside the portal thingies, this one has like kind of like rotating rectangle things, like, and then it's kind of like a circle. And then the other one it's more like we got these squares doing this thing. Okay, so what is that, like a octagon type shape thing? So if you have issues with the color aspect of it, then you could try just look for the shapes. I was just like, no, I just can't with anything because it's just a lot of like information. Also because I'm moving so much with the camera, and this just being all up in the middle of everything is just, it's a lot. Okay, okay. But yeah, okay, so we're over here. This first set goes, and then the further one goes all the way out, okay? And then this set's gonna go, oh yeah, we were looking at people's health. So we go across, and then yeah, so these people, the Reaper and the Bard, both got hit over here with it, and so they got a vuln up and also a physical vulnerability up, and then they took damage. Okay, so now we take a look over here. We had those circles, these color ones. Okay, and then there you go. One of them goes out. Okay, I think I missed the other one. Okay, that noise was the red one going out, and then now the blue one's going out. Okay, I just didn't catch that. So that's the tricky one. Okay, let's watch this one and then I'll show the other footage just so we can get another angle perspective. Here we've got kind of the same thing but more, just more in general. Okay, so there's 4 of these teleport void gates now. The red, blue, red, blue. Like I'm hesitating now because I'm like, it's all purple. And then even this thing is like purple, so it's okay. But even here, yeah, you can kind of see that this is the square thing and this is like more the swirly thing. Okay, sure. In the back there are also these circle things. I just didn't turn all the way around. This was the first time I ran this in a long time, and so I wasn't like super prepared. So this is the first set that dropped, and this is the second set. So I'm gonna wait in the first set. At this point I'm turning, I'm like, oh shoot, okay. At this point I was like, okay, so the blue one's here and the red one's here, but I already forgot kind of which one was going out. It's gonna be this one. And so here, see these bird, manta ray, stingray things whoosh down. These are going into the blue one. So that means later this blue and this blue is gonna get blasted first, and then we're gonna get the red. Red will be 2. But while you're figuring out, you know, which color and then which order, you also have to figure out moving yourself out of the way into the clear spot. And so that's why like I will constantly be getting hit with all this stuff. So you take damage, physical vulnerability up, and a regular vulnerability. Okay, so there. The first one that went out was blue, and then you move into the blue spot, and then the second one goes out is red. Theoretically, it just makes sense, right? But it's as you can see, it's very difficult to execute. Here we go. Oh, oops. Okay, so the first one is the raid wipe. Unshadowed stake is the tank buster, so just get out of the way. It's a cool stage, see on the ball thing and then all them flying around and stuff. You can even see some of them flying around underneath the stage if you back up far enough. It's cool. It's just very challenging for me. Words of motion. Okay, some of them fly away and they're going to drop back down as orbs on the sides. So we're going to stay in the middle first and then run into the new safe spot, which is the outside. It's the one that just got blown up. Okay, ooh, lots of damage on people. Okay, these orb void gates. So this time around, I was like, I gotta find a way to be able to see all of this a little bit better. So I stood all the way over here, except the kind of negative disadvantage of being all the way over here is that I'll have to run over there at some point. And I did not think about that very well. And so I was like, okay, I'll try to get a little bit closer, but I want to be able to see everything. So I was like, okay, did it go into the red one? And then I was trying to make it over. I got clipped. So it's a whole thing. Okay. Watching this now though, I'm definitely like, I think it is better to turn the camera so that I can see it from this side instead of the translucent side. But I don't know. Oh, this person died. They probably got hit with a thing, right? Yeah, they're still standing back over there. Okay. Yeah, they're back over there. Okay, they're back over there, but also these things are gonna go out. And yeah, that's what happened. The red one went off, and they got hit with it. Okay, see, the healer is back here, and this is the line between. So they're in the last column right now. Not the number 8, but just like, okay. I'm saying like the healer's body is somewhere over here, and so the red one's about to blast. That's what this thing is, this big blast, and then the healer died because they were right in the way of it. Okay, and then the blue one goes out. I'm blinking so much now. I'm just processing all of this. It's so much. I don't know why this is like so much for me. Usually I don't have issues with colors or like teleporting type things, but you mash them together, it's so difficult. Oh, okay, this is a good clip to. This is a circle, and then this one would be the square one. Like that looks nice, but man. And then, but you know, each of them has this like glowy thingy that looks purple against like the yellow backdrop, and so it looks even more purple to me. Okay, so here, definitely don't want to be in these columns, but it's gonna go into this first one on the right hand side, which is the blue one. Okay, and so here my strategy is to stay closer to the middle line, wait for the first one to blow out, and then run to the other one, to the other side. And so by running over here, I'm like, I will avoid these. Those are fine. The first one that went out is the blue one. And so I don't want to be in a blue column. So I'm going to move to the red column. That is like, I have to manually think about every single step. It's not something that I can just like YOLO swag finesse. Okay, so that's that mechanic. Great. Let's go back to the other video. Away with the... Okay, so this one, also a bit difficult of a mechanic for me. A void gate begins to form beneath your feet. Are we using darkness now? Yes. So I have specifically left with the... See, my arrow goes this way. Here. And then we got some other people over here that have like this one where it goes to the right side. So it kind of alternates and stuff. So what that means is we've all got these portal things attached to us, and as you move around, this portal will wrap around too. And wherever the ending portal void gate ends up is where you're gonna get teleported to when the countdown goes off. So when the countdown goes off, you'll get stunned, you'll lose your left-right with the thing, and then you'll teleport over there. Okay, so this first one, it's fine enough, right? But as you can see, if you're over the edge, you'll fall off into the edge. Well, I guess you can't see that because no one actually did that, but this is the mechanic. Now, later, when it overlaps with other stuff, you can imagine the chaos that will ensue, right? Like, this is hard for me because I play on controller, and I just get really fussy about stuff. So every time I'm attacking, my character turns, and so then this thingy turns. Like that will happen for everybody. Like this person is like attacking and wandering all over the place. If it's difficult for you, your best bet is just to find a place that's safe and then just don't attack. Like if you really want to be safe, or else you'll do something like me where I was like, okay, I had a spot up here, but then the thing went off. And then I didn't fully see that I was off the stage, and then I teleport like off the stage. Yeah, that's a great example. Okay. here we see we've got some AoEs, and then after that we've got a stack marker. You can also see is there's two, okay? You don't want to stack them together. If you stack them together, then everyone will take multiple hits of that and then die, okay? Because each of them gets a magic vulnerability up. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah. And if you're vulnerable to magic and you take 2 hits of this thingy or an extra hit of it, then you die, okay? So you don't want to stack that, right? I just happened to have that footage, so I wanted to show it and talk about that. So let's see that over here. Yeah, so after the teleport thing, we'll get the AoEs underneath us. This. Here we go. And then we got the stack markers. So pick one, don't stand too close. Okay, it was just a little bit close, and I think this person ends up getting clipped with both of them. Yeah, they end up dying. So you don't want to get too close with those stack markers. Yeah, even though there were more on this side, I think the edge of this version just clipped them real quick. And then they died there, because they were the closest one. So that was unfortunate. Okay. Empty Wave. That's the raid wide. Unshadowed Stake, we've seen this. This is the Tank Buster line AoE thing. Unjoined Aspect. Okay. There was a bit of a warbling effect. And that is changing our Aether. Aspected something. Aspected Aether? Okay. Here. So I've got this purple stuff. Mine is... Okay, I got the umbral effect. And then even around my character you can see I've got this purple stuff. And then other people have this other debuff. The Aether is becoming unstable, okay. The light version, okay. So with this, okay. Umbral effect, due to a severe disruption in ethereal balance, damage taken from umbrally charged attacks is increased. Damage taken from astrally charged attacks is decreased and will result in the astral effect. So the light version is the astral one. Words of Night. The birds, the stingrays, turn into those orbs, but we got 2 that are purple. 2 are the umbral ones. 2 are the umbral ones. And so this thing is saying that I will take more damage if I stand in the same one. And so I need to stand in the opposite one. And then this, by standing in the opposite one, I'll take less damage, and also it'll switch my debuff. You want to switch them or you die. Okay. When I'm here, I momentarily get this physical vulnerability up. Okay. That's fine. But then it goes away pretty quickly. But, you know, if you are getting hit with the incorrect one, then yeah, it's too much damage, okay? You also get a bit of a knockback, it looks like. Okay, but now, I was umbral before, and now I've got the astral effect, so it's the opposite one. So I need to go into the dark side, the purple one now. So you want to switch it up. Okay, see, if you don't switch it up, then you die. It's quite unforgiving. You know, granted, our health is not super great right now, because we don't have any healers in general. So, yeah. See how this fight's a little difficult? Not just for me, people in general. It's difficult in general. Okay. After this we've got ads, and so each tank wants to pick up one of the ads. And we'll take care of the situation. Here we have the teleporting void thingies. So mine is back with the, and so I'm gonna go backwards, sure. Even though it says these things, like while I'm running it, I don't really think about the direction. I just know that, okay, when I'm moving around, it's like swinging this thing around. And so it's hard for me to kind of handle like very quickly adjusting direction, stuff like that. But here, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like forget about doing any damage, and I'm just gonna focus on making sure that my teleport thingy is gonna get me into the safe spot, get me right here. And so I go stand in the AoE and just wait for this thing to teleport me over there. Okay, there we go. It teleports me over, and then the AoE goes off. You do have some time to adjust into this, so like it's okay. Okay. After this, we've got some AoEs we gotta spread out in general. And if the ads stay out for a little bit longer, they'll start doing like some raid wides. Oh wait, maybe that one was doing... Oh, no. All of them were doing the donut AoEs, okay. I thought maybe the other one had like a different version. Yeah, if you are better directionally abled, then, I mean, you can think of it as, okay, mine's back with thee, and so I can, you know, go, like if I was DPS or something, I could go fight this one, and I can just face it on this side. Or, and then when it does back with thee, then I'll get teleport over here. Or if, okay, as tank, I could have been like, I'll stand over here, but then other people will have to figure out how to stand in the back, whatever. And then when I get teleport backwards, I'll still be on the stage technically. So you can think of it like that, or based off of whatever you have, like left, right, or whatever. But that's like way too much thinking for me in the middle of all this. And so I do just look at the visual aspects of the mechanic, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna plant it somewhere and just not move. Okay, but anyway. So take down the ads and just watch out for any AoEs and things like that. Either on you and other players or through the ads. Okay, so watch out for this. I'm using clemency on people right now to try to keep us alive because the healers were all dead. Yeah. We survived, but I mean, you know, it's tricky business. Okay. Over here, because of the double stack situation, let's see, do we end up resetting or do we just keep going? Yeah, so the healers are trying to get people up at this point. But this is the one where whatever glowing color that you have, you want to go in line, get hit with the opposite color. So if I wasn't dead, I would go into the light version. not the umbral purple version. Okay, so this is where you keep alternating. I just skip ahead. Okay, so we did legit like just start over. Okay, I wanted to show. Oh, let's watch this one. Right with it. Yeah, see this one I just keep rotating myself. I'm like, I'm not gonna try to die again. So this one I was still having issues with while running this. Okay, Twilight Zone, AoEs spread out. 2 stacks, so stay spread out for that. This person, let's see what happened. They had a vulnerability already. They're also the main tank. Okay. Oh. Yeah, they're right here. And so I think they must have gotten hit with both of them. If their character is like right here. Yeah. Yeah. So that's unfortunate. Okay, tank plus 2. Unjoined aspect, okay, so I'm the astral effect, the light color version, so I want to get hit with the dark version, the purple one. And then we're gonna alternate. Oh yeah, they're the white astral. And they're in this one. Man, it's legit just like one shot here. And not a knockback. So you really feel it. Yeah, see, it really kills people. Remember, we're alternating colors. And you need to be in the opposite one. You need to be in the opposite color to begin with, and then alternate it. Okay, so now we're in the add phase. I'm really struggling with my teleport thing right now. Like, how do I get into the thing, you guys? Please help! This struggle. I was like, I don't want to fall off the stage. Okay. So I end up here, and I'm like, bro, I'm just gonna run back. I'm just gonna run backwards. There's enough time to run backwards, so that was nice. If you get hit with one of these thingies, you get a vulnerability up, and if you like, they're overlapping right now because both of them are close together. And so you can potentially get 2 vulnerability ups if you get hit with both. The struggle. Try your best, you guys. Okay, these are just AoEs to spread out. Strength in numbers is this AoE that the ad is doing. And then we pile up for the big raid wide. You know, there's always a big raid wide after the ad phase. So. Okay. Now that we are in the next phase, let's watch it from this one. So here, we've got the blue one over here, and the red one here, and the red one, and the blue one. Okay. So I'm gonna. Oh, we've got all 4 on this side. Okay. So So I'm trying to adjust myself so I can see things better. But here, the overlap situation is that we have to figure out the colors first, and then whichever ones this goes into, and then whichever ones will go out this way. So it's just a lot. But breaking it down, I'm like, okay. Well, in the moment, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. But right now, breaking it down, I got the purple, the umbral one, and so I want to stand in the white one, the light version, the astral version, okay? So I don't immediately die, for one. Now, I'm looking back, and so I'm like, okay, depending on which goes first, actually, it doesn't matter which goes, like, they're all gonna go at the same time, it seems like. Oh, I guess, I don't remember. I wasn't looking. It looks like they all showed up at the same time, and so that means the purple one, I was trying to cross-check, purple is gonna go into this one, and then the white version is gonna go into that one. God! Okay, so this one, this time, it's not about which one's gonna go first or second. It's about the colors, okay? So the colors, you have to dodge the colors when they're going this way, and then you're gonna have to figure out where they went into, and then where they're gonna come out on this side, and then dodge the colors like that from here to here. Okay, so it's a lot to wrap your mind around, and this for some reason just doesn't click with me very well. But here, let's go. We got I'm purple. I gotta send the white version, the light version, the astral one. Okay, so great. I know now that the blue one has the purple, even though it looks like this is purple and this is red. And the red one, which, see, don't these look darker than like these ones? The red one has the light version, which is the astral version. Okay, and so, what does that mean? That means that, let's just do this. The white version went into this one, and so that means this is gonna be a column of the light, the astral one. Okay, okay, and then we have purple, 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 purple. The umbral one is gonna go into the blue one, and so is this one, like this. Okay, and so what you gotta figure out is what you have now, and what I have now is the light version, astral, and so I don't want to stand in the astral one. I want to stand in the umbral one so that I switch my debuff. And so if I want to stand in the umbral one, I have to figure out which one that's coming out of, which means remembering where it came from over here. It was this one, and then it went into this one, so it's the blue one, and so I have to go to one of the blue columns. It's a whole thing. If you can attach my phrase of it's a whole thing to anything, it's to like this whole thing, okay? Bro. And so, you know, most of us died because it's just a hot mess. Literally, like, okay, whoever this bard is, damn, they're fantastic, or they hella lucked out that they just happened to be in the right position. Did they? Did they know what they were doing? Let's look at this person. Yeah, they switched. They knew what they were doing. Nobody else knew what we were At the last moment, they moved over. See, they were standing here, and then they moved over here, just to cross this line. Wow. Wow. If I knew what I was doing and saw them do that, I would have given them accommodation. I don't know. Maybe I did, just because they were the last person there. Who knows? But yeah, everyone else basically died. And the bard probably died because when everyone else died, they became the main tank, you know, and so, and then they have like a physical vulnerability up because when you get hit with this, you get the insulting. And so then they probably didn't have enough health, and then so by the time everyone else died, they probably died. Okay. Unless it clipped. Like, we also all have low health in general. Unless it clipped and... No. I don't think so. I think they really did survive that because everybody else very quickly dropped to 0, but they've still got health. So, at this point they probably died. While we were dying, they probably died due to damage. Or they jumped off because they saw everyone else died. Okay, so this is kind of a hard fight, you guys. Tricky fight for most people. And as you saw, in this version, this group wiped, and then the other version wiped, and I'm pretty sure every time I've run this fight, I have died in every version. I'm not sure if the entire party had wiped, but it's pretty common for me to go into this and just be confused and like dying. Okay, so the first one's the red wipe. We'll just run through this entire one then. This is the tank busters, get away. My eyes are unfocusing. Why is this so much information? Okay, words of motion. So we got the balls on the outside, so we want to avoid the outside, but then once they go out, we'll run into that column to dodge these other ones. Okay, so as I've noticed, standing from the back view, it seems like it's much harder to understand the colors. Yeah, in this one, my tactic was maybe if I see the other one constantly, I'll know. And then I was like, oh wait, I have to dodge the other one, so... Or maybe I'll just take the hit, you know, you have to make some compromises sometimes. So at this point I was like, I know it's gonna be the red one. And so I think I was just watching. I didn't catch the red one go out. I didn't catch the red one go out, but I noticed that this person was hanging out back there and just doing their thing, and I was like, oh, maybe I should do that next time. So, like in when I did the extra footage, I went and did that, or I tried to. Okay, so this one. The 4 gates on the side and 2 in the back. So this first one is going to go into the blue, and then the second set is going to go into the red. So I'm going to stand in the red first to avoid the blue. And then I'm going to move into the blue. And I'm going to move into the blue, and then... and that should be good. But because I was staring at the red side and just thinking that, I didn't get out of the way of the second hit over here. Yeah. It's just a lot of manual effort here. I just stood there. I was so focused on just making sure I didn't get hit with these. Okay, but I got that, you know? I stood in this one and then I was able to move over. See? And then you move over. Okay. Away with these, so this is the little teleport thingy. The struggle. At this point I was just like, I'm not gonna move, I'm just gonna do auto attacks. Okay. Still in the stage. Okay. Right, avoid these AoEs. And then stack up, but don't stack too close. I think people will get clipped too when they run from one to the other stack. And so if you're gonna do that, you gotta be confident that you have enough time. Do this tank buster. Take that off to the side. Unjoined aspect. Okay, so this is the umbral and astral thingy. I've got the astral one, the light version. So I'm gonna go stand in the dark version. Okay, opposite colors. You want opposite colors. Opposite colors again. Opposite colors again. Oh no, 2D. Okay, now we're in the add phase. I turned my tank stance on to go grab the other ad just to keep it away. It doesn't seem like it matters too much if they're together or close. However, what I noticed is that by keeping them further apart, the donut AoEs, like, it just take up more of the stage, but you can see better where the safe spots are. Like, clearly there's one here, clearly there's one here, and clearly there's stuff back here. But in the other run, where it was overlapping a bunch, like this, it's kind of like, oh shoot, okay, we all gotta basically just go back there. And that's, I feel like, is a little bit more tricky for people to maneuver in. Because they might want to shoot to be over here or something, but then there's like this big area that's a bit cumbersome to work with. So, yeah, I think keeping the ads separate seems a bit better. Okay, this one I'm definitely just focusing on making sure that I stay on the stage. And then I use my rush attack to get closer. So you have a little bit of time after that little teleport thing to adjust. Okay, I'm gonna spread out here. And then prepare for the raid ride. Looks cool, huh? Okay, unjoined aspect, so this is the colored one again that we need to be opposite colors for. And then the stuff's gonna go into the void gate things. So I need to be in the purple one. The purple one's going over here. So the purple one's going here. The light version's going here. So purple's going out of this one. So technically, okay, at this point, if you figure it out quickly enough, you could pre-position yourself. Okay, so we got purple, light, purple, light, purple, light. Okay, so what did I say? Purple. Wait. See, this is exactly why it's hard for me. What did I say? Where is it? Okay, purple here, and then the white one here. Okay. Okay. This one. So this is this one. And so that means this is going to be white, and this is going to be white, and then this one's going to be astral. I mean umbral, and this one's umbral, which means this will be umbral, this will be umbral. Okay, so if you can think fast enough, you could do something like this. I know that I am astral right now. If I get hit with the correct one and switch my debuff, and like so I don't die, I will be purple afterwards. Okay, and so for this first one, I am in the correct column because I need the purple one. But then my purple one will switch, or I will switch to purple afterwards. And so the next thing I need is white, the light color, the astral one. And so technically what I can do is move myself into this spot, because the first hit I take will be purple. Oh, 1 purple, okay? And then I'll have the purple debuff. And then if I stay in the red row, it gets the light color. And so then I'll get hit with the second one, which is white. Okay, so if I could think fast enough and pre-position myself into this spot right here, then everything would just work out. But I cannot finagle with it fast enough. Here, I'm just thinking, wait, where do I go now? Like, how do I know which one went what? And then, yeah, I got pushed off the stage. Well, I also took too much damage. So I died. It's a whole situation. But I think my logic is sound. So, yeah, if you can process all of that and move your camera around and move yourself around and, you know, figure out the colors, switching here and there, then cool. I think that would work. Okay, now this part, we're doing the teleport thing, but we also have 2 towers here. This one and this one. So you need to have some people standing in those once we teleport. So I'm trying to adjust myself so I can be in at least one of the towers to help soak them. And you have a little bit of time to adjust. So there we go. Teamwork. We got a raid wide here. It's a whole thing. Okay. Right here. But that's basically the end of the fight. So yeah, let's watch this one. Let's skip this. We already saw most of this. Okay. Okay, I'm hanging out. I'm like, okay. The red one. Okay, I need to go to the light. I need the opposite color. I need the light one. Okay. And so that's going into the blue. And I'm in the red. And I have... See? Okay, so in this situation, I happen to be in the correct spot. Did I finagle that so that I knew what I was doing? I don't know. But at this point, I think I was like... See how I like clipped my camera into it? I see here it's red and blue, right? And I think to remind myself, I looked back and then I clicked my camera and I was like, this looks more red, okay? So the red one, what is the red one? The red one's gonna be purple, okay? The red one's gonna be purple. I need the light version now. I'm gonna be the light version and the red one's gonna be purple. I'm standing in the red one. It's gonna be purple later, but I need the white version now. Okay, so I think it's sound, and I'm just gonna believe that I did this correctly, and then I just stay put. And I turn and I'm like, am I in the red one? Yes, I am. Wow, I can't believe that worked. I was like barely hanging on, mentally, emotionally. Switch sides. I need the other color now. You see, you can like be happy you made it and then forget to switch sides at the end of this one, okay? So be careful with that. You know, we still have more stuff to do here. Away with the... So this is the teleport thingies, okay? Make sure you have at least one person in each tower thing. I'm running away to try to get a little bit closer to this tower because it doesn't look like other people are adjusting to it. And then I try to run into it so we can get some stuff. Yeah. Empty wave is the raid wide. Unshadowed stake with tank buster. words of motion. Okay, so it's for just repeating stuff, okay? We got the teleport thingies. So this set's going first. It's going... yeah, I think I noticed I could use this as a tactic, like making the thing clip into my camera so I could see the color without turning my full camera, because I think that was what I realized it was what was like causing me issues. And so I'm like, okay, so this one is red. Okay, so the first one, this is the first one, is going to go into blue. Second one is red. And so I'm okay right now standing in the red one, but oh well, not here, like not standing over here, so I needed to get out of the way. But I was like, okay, I almost got it. Okay, so then I stand red, and then I turn my camera because I was like, okay, I'm panicking. And then now I go into the blue version. So yeah, okay, get out of these AoEs. And then everything's repeating, right? So we got the stack marker and things like that. So yeah, there we go. Okay, let me go back to the very at this reset. Let's see, I think I changed up what I did. I think I stood in the back just to see. Yeah, okay, I stood here to try to figure out if this was a better angle. So I was like, okay, so this is first. So I'm gonna stand on this side, and the first one's gonna be red. And so I'm gonna stand on the blue side. And then I'm gonna stand along this middle line. So once these ones go out, I can go. You know what? Technically, I didn't have to go all the way over here, because the one in the front, it goes into the portal. So like these are clear, so you can actually just stand here. I think that's what this person did. Wait, never mind. This person got hit with this stuff, so never mind. I think that was someone else. NM, this person. They were hanging out over here in the back. Yeah, so I didn't have to go all the way over here, but I was doing that to be safe. So I could have stood here, and I would have been safe from the blue one too. Actually, this entire spot's safe. But now, I'm like, okay, I have to wait for the red one to go out, and then I run into that one. And I think that was a little bit easier for me to manage. Granted, this was the 4th time I did this mechanic, because, you know, I did the other fight twice, and then for this run I did it twice, so this whole thing. But visually, I think it made more sense to me being in the back there to see all of the stuff. And then here, this one is going to the blue one. It seems like the blue and red stuff tends to be in the same spot in the back. And I think these tend to be in the same spot depending on which side they're on. If it's on the other side, I think it's flipped. But yeah. Right? So like it's blue on this side. In the back. And when we see it later, it's blue in the back. For here, yeah, when it's on the west side though, it's red in the back, it seems like. And then similarly, when it's on the west side over here, it's red in the back. And then, wait, over here, when it's on the east side, when there's just two, yeah, it's blue in the back. So, you know, if you can remember it like that, maybe that will be helpful too. It's a lot to process, like studying it, but then also executing it. So literally you do have to just practice this like a lot to get used to the timing and how fast you'll have to think on your feet. I didn't, yeah, I didn't give it to the bard because the bard already left. Anyway, okay, that was the whole thing. Bye.